Venus, the social director of the sky, is in the sign of Gemini from April 10th to May 7th. Now, typically, when she enters this sign, we develop a proclivity for having fun, for taking things lightly, for darting from one activity to the next, for hanging out with pals rather than doing things intensely one-on-one, for treating life as short attention span theater. But there's a difference this year. As soon as she enters Gemini, she has a confab with Pluto, Lord of the underworld, the Lord of death and rebirth, the most intense influence in the sky. Her bigger counterpart in attraction, love, desire, and money. This happening right as she enters this means two things. One, it's going to color her entire time in the sign and result in some differences in how we treat each other and how we socialize. For one thing, we could all have a predilection for diving into something suddenly and going really intensely in it, and then suddenly jumping to something else and going really intensely in it. We might be cutting interests out, and more likely, some of the underbelly of Pluto is going to color our socializing. You can expect issues, and some of them will be extremes, having to do with the duality and diversity and changeability that is a part of the sign of Gemini. And this will show itself with issues of friends with benefits, polyamory, gender fluidity, gender transitioning, transgenders, drag queens. Also, because Venus indicates women, issues of women's choices, women's health choices, life or death situations for women, for people who are transitioning, for transgendered individuals, for drag queens, and because Gemini is a literate and literary sign, the issue of book bans will be really high with this. This time in Gemini, being kicked off with the contact to Pluto, is also going to transform our desires and experiences of friend groups and communities. And it's setting the tone for what's going to be going on for the next 21 years, because Pluto is sitting at the doorway to the next 21 years.